But the Caterhams make their way round now to the grid, and just to very quickly gloss over the grid here, we've got the 121 of Harry Kramer on pole position, Jamie Winrow in the 46 alongside. Row 2 is cars 3 and 2, James Earlham and Jamie Elwood. Then it's Matthew Lambert and Barry White, no, not that Barry White. 26 and 66 make up row 3. Gideon Wilkinson in car 99 is alongside 21 of Roger Ford. And then it's Robert Warner, car 58, alongside Jonathan Ems. That's the top 10 for them. And then in the 135s, it's James McCall on pole position, car 50. Jonathan Moore in the number 47, ahead of 81 Craig Atkins and 77 Robin Webb. Then it's 76 Richard Clegg and 68 Mark Noiro. Number 34 Neil Evans and Lydia Gold's number 65 car. Round out the top 8. Then Alaric Barney in the 60. He had a very lively race yesterday. And Andrew Cooper in car 90 rounds out their top 10. We've got a big grid, and we have 35 runners in this race. There will be a 10-second delay from the 150s being launched to the 135s. The last of the 150s now getting parked up.
You just mentioned Roger Ford. Roger Ford used to be a club motorcycle racer many years back. He packed that up and then went on to Caterhams, and very successful as well on a 250cc machine.
Trying his hand in the Caterham as well. Very different bit of kit, but
he's been in Caterhams now probably for, I don't know, 6-8 years, so he's quite an established driver now.
Good stuff. And that's the thing, you know, we were talking yesterday about how easy they are to get into, and you know, you can buy these cars from the manufacturer pretty much as they are here. Just trying to get the grid sorted back here. I think because it's a staggered grid, the rows are 2 by 2 to fit them all on. Some of them getting slightly mixed up a little bit here. Seems okay though, actually. I think 2 of them are just opposite one another, where they should be in different slots, but we'll get away with that. I think the drivers will gloss over it. I think we're missing a couple at the back, maybe. We've got 13 and 89 in the back row, yeah, and then in front of them 11 and 57. So yeah, we are good to go. We are all correct. The green flag will get waved at the back of the grid now.
Jamie Winrow on the outside of the front row. I can't see who's on the inside because the start rostrum's in the way. Did you say it's on the front row?
It's Kramer.
Kramer
on pole.
Okay.
The lights come on. The cloud cover comes over, and the 150s are away. Well,
it's Kramer that's got it, and Winrow's been left behind because he didn't get the best of starts. In fact, he's gone down to about 4th or 5th position as they go down through Allard, but Kramer leads the first start away.
And then the 135s now lead them away as well, and that's a great start for McCall. He was pretty untouchable in yesterday's race. We'll watch for Elwood as well, everybody, in the black car with the neon orange roll cage and stripes on it. He is very, very quick indeed as the whole field makes their way through the complex, out of Seagrave and onto the back of the circuit now. I don't know what a plural for Caterhams is, but I'm going to call it a flock because there is a lot of them.
I was going to say a clutch.
A clutch. I like that. I like that. It's not quite a murder of crows, but yeah, I like that.
Clutch of Caterhams.
A clutch of Caterhams. Let's hope no clutches are lost during this race meeting. But either way, a fantastic stream of them all making their way down through Church Corner now. The slipstream effect is massive in Caterham, so you're going to see a lot of it here as they come up towards us at the club chicane.
We've got somebody gone off somewhere. Safety car boards are out.
Oh, heck. Right, I have no idea.
Me neither. I can't see. I'm looking.
Oh, yes, it's in the complex. Yeah,
yellow
2 cars.
flags.
Yeah, there's 2. I can see it on the feed. There's 2 cars come together. Okay. A very, very broken front right suspension on one of them. I can't quite figure out who it is. I think maybe the 81 car. There's a big check up in front of me here at the chicane, and there's bodywork everywhere. The 58 has lost his nose.
We've got the safety car still in Gasoline Alley, but the safety car boards and flags are waving. Drivers are now heeding and holding their positions.
Yeah.
So, but the safety car itself never went out, so I don't know. Safety car's gone now at the back of the pack, so...
yeah, it's picked up the 135s, not the 150s.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're working on the basis that the 135s... Well, they shouldn't be the quicker cars, should they?
No, they're not. They're the 150s are the quicker cars.
I don't know why they've done that, but never mind. We'll...
Yeah, well, we've got the entire nose of the 58 car here and a rear mudguard as well. One of the marshals taking a bow in front of everybody, doing a mega job. But yeah, the two cars down there, I'm just trying to see now, it was definitely in the 135s. I think it was the 81 of Craig Atkins, the white machine. I didn't quite catch who the other driver was, unfortunately, but the front right on Atkins' car was very caved in, I'm afraid. The front right really not working as intended there.
Unless they wave the 135s through, we're going to end up with the 150s on the back of the 135s by the time we have this safety car cleared.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see where the safety car has got to now.
It's down on the exit of the complex, going down towards Goodwood.
Yeah, the 150s are still circulating round, and they're coming back up towards Church. I'm going to keep my eye on the feed as well for a replay, just so I can try and explain to anybody around this side of the circuit that hasn't seen what's happened. But there was definitely just two of them together. I'm wondering whether one of them's been tipped into a spin and maybe there was contact when he'd been collected by another car, but it was definitely the 81 of Craig Atkins, which is down at the complex. From where I am here at the control tower at the final chicane, it's sort of over our sort of 10:30 o'clock maybe.
Craig was second yesterday, wasn't he, in the
yeah, he was third on the grid as well in the 135s. Now the 150s have just come past me here at the chicane. They're at a reduced rate,
yeah,
and yeah, they've waved the 135s through. The 135s
I'm going to say, because this, although the drivers are heeding to the regulations, they're probably going a little bit quicker than the 135s were behind the safety car. So
yeah, I can see the safety car is waiting on the exit of Noble on the far side of the circuit. Actually, it's just on the entrance of Noble, so they can see it for a long time in advance before they get there. So not sure why the safety car went out after the 150s, but either way, that has been resolved now very quickly.
And trying to look through the buildings down there, I can see there's Thruxton vehicle down there trying to do some repairs or removals and bits and pieces, so things moving on.
Yeah, the other car, just trying to pick out who it is. It's one of the blue cars, that's all I can tell you at this moment in time, unfortunately. Drivers having a discussion about what went on. Safety car is now moving slowly to just pick the leaders up, but I don't have a complete recollection of who that was there. I'm hoping.
Who have you lost on the screen? Who's at the bottom of the screen?
Well, I've got Atkins in 30th, but we have 35 starters, so I can't see who the other one is that's dropped off because the screen only goes down to 30, unfortunately.
No controls to flick it over a page?
Not that I can see, no.
Okay, that's a shame.
Yeah, I'll see if I can, but I don't think. Oh, actually, yes, I do. There we go. It's Cooper in the number 90 that has not made it round. Andrew Cooper. We also don't have Harrison and Segal, but I think potentially. I do still have them on the grid here. They were there, so
yeah, 11 and 89, Harrison and Segal. They were right at the bottom of the pack yesterday.
Yeah, and maybe they got involved as well. I mean, I've only seen two cars from the feed that had definitely stopped. I've visually seen them with my own eyes now as well, but yeah, maybe more cars involved there at the very back of the pack, unfortunately.
So we await now the arrival of the safety car with the 150s behind.
Yeah, got the whole field now just coming up to the club chicane.
What are we on, a 20-minute race this time?
Yes, yeah, 20 minutes for this race. And we are now down to just under 14 minutes of that. Yesterday we had a bit more of a clear-up operation. I think they've got this one done pretty quickly. I expect this next lap will be the final one for the safety car.
The safety car, no doubt, getting some instruction from race control where the 135s are now on the track, and he'll try and, I would imagine, make it up so that the gap is about the same if he can, but it's irrelevant.
No, they're all just in one train here.
Yeah, they're already on it, are they? Yeah.
Yeah, they've just come through here. The McCall leading them is just going around Allard now.
Oh well, we're in for a good race.
Yeah.
We've got them all together. That little delayed start.
Negated.
Yeah, it's all gone out straight in the dustbin.
Indeed. I can actually see where you are now on that podium from yesterday. I was struggling to see it, so I couldn't quite see you waving. Yeah. But yeah, we've got. I mean, just looking around from where the pair of us are here, you know, the amount of fans we've got is just great. The grandstand to my right-hand side is full of people, everybody having a fantastic. I've got so many of them waving at me right now.
Yeah,
I thought I'll put my hand in the air and see if anybody waves, and I only expected the odd one person to wave.
No. Around you there, and unfortunately they're not down on the bank in front of you this morning because of the trucks where they're in a restricted area, but you get a lot of spectators that spectate from that bank on a regular basis here, and they're always keen to have a wave and have a chat and tell you what they can see and whatever.
I'm wondering if I can get them to do a Mexican wave in a bit. That'd be absolutely brilliant.
Not in the middle of a race. You can do that when we have a little break.
Oh yeah, we'll do that before lunch.
Hey, maybe you should get a Danish wave going.
Oh, it will be a Ukrainian one. Sorry. Right, then let's just see.
I can see we've got some children on the bank actually kicking a football around. Guys, can we put the ball away, please? During the racing, we wouldn't want that over the fence into the racetrack. So, Mum and Dad, if you're down there, if you can capture that ball for us, that would be great.
Yeah, apologies not to spoil the fun, but yeah, we
are scheduled still to have a lunch break, so there'll be plenty of time for ball kicking.
Oh, indeed. Me and my little brother are actually guilty of kicking a football onto Alton Park when we were younger, and the telling off we got was monumental, to say the least. But look at me now, Dad. Right then, lights are still on the safety car, but he's going very slowly, maybe hoping that he can bunch the field up, and then, yeah, just as I say that, he's turned the lights off, so he's going to boot it now with the Ford Focus.
So we're going to go racing, spectators all the way around the bank, right the way down here, right the way down through Allard, enjoying their day at Thruxton, hopefully, and a couple of events still to come, notable events still to come. British Superbikes coming up in a few weeks' time, and then, of course, another visit from the British Touring Cars. So spectators down here getting their fair share of top-level motorsport.
Right then, cars coming into the final corner now. It's going to be Elwood leading them away. And he gets hard on the power. And the race gets back underway. I tell you one thing, Lambert is not letting him get away with that in the number 26.
He's pushing him across the line using the slipstream. Pulls out through Allard, but Elwood still just got that advantage as they go down through Allard and towards the complex. Now green flags waving down there now after the safety car. Elwood certainly under pressure down there as they go into the complex by the look of things.
Yeah, definitely.
And he may well have just lost a place, I'm not sure.
Well, Lambert's just done it, yeah. Lambert's got ahead of him. Elwood now down into second place, but we know how long that'll last in Caterham racing. They're still coming across the line as well. The last two cars that have gone through with a little bit of damage on the right rear mudguards, obviously both susceptible to a bit of contact as the race has gone on. Kramer's got a fantastic run as they go through Noble down towards Goodwood, so to be fair, I imagine Lambert right now will be hoping that the cars in front will battle loads, and then that'll mean that it takes the pressure off him and he can just get away. But the slipstream is huge as they go down towards Church. Kramer's down the inside of Elwood and he's actually got up to second place already. He's now going to try and chase down Lambert. He's not got too far ahead to go, but now Elwood's going to come back at him. They come back towards us, everybody hugging the right-hand side of the road to make sure they can defend that inside line. But we've seen the outside line work here into Club because you can take a longer line around but then have the inside for the second part of the chicane. Elwood is second. There's a pair of cars sideways after contact. I think that was the numbers 3 and 21. The 58 slams on the brakes. It was Earlham and Ford that were sideways. Ford gets back on with it. Earlham managed to stay on the road, but wow, it was a scary moment there for the 58 because Warner's already lost his nose of his car. He didn't want to then smack into the back of somebody else as well. Just looking at McCall here. Oh, actually, to be fair, I think Ford is in for a fresh laundry bill after that moment. I think that was a very, very scary one. He's back in the pits now.
Yeah, 21 car in. Not sure what the problem is.
McCall leading the 135s, by the way, from Navarro, Evans, Moore and Barney.
Front near side has taken a whack by the looks of it, so whether it's bent a suspension arm or something, they're looking at that at the moment. That's obviously the complaint from the driver is it's not steering properly. Sorry about that, but I turned him round over my head because there was a lot of squealing tyre marks, but nobody gone off, I don't think. So.
Well, I think Earlham maybe just trying to defend and turned across him and then hit the front left maybe, but fingers crossed the 21 can get back out there because he was doing very, very well indeed. But now leaders through Church again, coming back towards us. Kramer has now gone to the front, Elwood second, and then Lambert in third. But those guys, after that shuffling and the incident a moment ago, they're now miles out in front, so it's a three-way fight for the lead Kramer still leads it then. Elwood and Lambert chasing him down. Then everybody behind him is still led by Earlham, who's gone up from 5th to 4th now. He's ahead of the 112 machine of Witten. 58 still in there. The 101 and the 66 close together. That's Fielder and White.
Well, Ford is going to rejoin.
Good stuff.
They've had a car jacked up, looked underneath it, and either made a slight adjustment or whatever, I don't know, but he's back on track. So unfortunately, though, a lap down, I think.
Well, he's still, I believe you'll still get points for finishing. A lot of these sort of series tend to give them out a lot, don't they? We've
got another visitor to the pit lane, the car 26. Again, near side front, looks like it might be flat.
Oh, that's Lambert who was 3rd. Apologies. Winrow is the blue car that's gone up to 3rd. I thought it was Lambert, but no, it is Lambert that's actually come into the pits that time. That's a real shame.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking at the car. It looks like it's crabbing a bit on the front. I think it has lost some air in the front near side.
Oh, no.
And again, maybe a little bit of damage, a little bit of contact with somebody there.
That's absolutely gutting for Lambert. He was having such a great fight as well. So it's Winrow that's with them. Apologies, everybody. It was a blue car chasing a red car, chasing a black car for the very first few laps, so I just assumed it was the same blue one. They're 3 wide into the club chicane in front of me. Kramer having to really think about where he goes to here. Winrow goes up into 2nd place. Kramer all over the curbs. Maybe he's going to lose a bit of momentum there. Fantastic perseverance, though, to keep the car strongly on the momentum front there. Oh, we've had a big moment at the last corner as well for the 99 car. Very sideways indeed. They all stream their way through. At the end of the last lap in the 135s, by the way, McCall was actually ahead of Appleton, who's in one of the 150s. So he was outdoing him. And then it was Navarro and Evans. McCall's just gone around the final corner now. He's got a big gap back to the rest of the 135s. Who's that going slowly? Looks to me like the 83. So it's the 93 of Appleton, who has lost yet more ground, and the 21 is back in, mate.
Yeah, so Roger Ford's race is run by the looks of things. 2nd visit to Gasoline Alley, so whatever, he will be at it. Definitely the car doesn't look right. It looks like might be just the angle I'm reviewing it from up on the rostrum here, but it looks as if that front wheel is laying over a little.
Yeah, it looks like maybe he's just added a bit more camber for him or something. But you know, these cars do have the sort of open wheel traits that you see with like your Formula Renaults, your Formula 3s, things like that, because they are open wheel at the front. And despite having arches over the rear of the car, you know, they're not the strongest arches in the world. They're made to come off and absorb energy if there is contact, but yeah, they are still susceptible. Any wheel banging will ruin them.
Roger taking his helmet off, that's it, that's
okay.
done, and they just push the car along looking at it, so I guess it's a vibration problem on the front rear side. Leaders go through again though, and well, it's not over by a long chalk for these front 3, is it, as they go down through Allard. Still the 121 car of Harry Kramer at the front.
Yeah, doing a cracking job at the moment. We've also got McCall, who's getting a lot of airtime.
Kramer's lost out of the complex.
Oh, down to 3rd, is he?
Right, certainly 2nd, because it's the blacker car with the orange roll cage that you said earlier on, so that now leads.
We've had a lot of airtime for McCall at the moment on the live stream as well, leading the 135s. He's way out on his own at the moment. I mean, ahead of the next 135 car, he's 7.5 seconds clear, so he's flying at the minute. But yeah, that lead battle, very intriguing indeed between Kramer, Elwood and Winrow. 3 very fast drivers in Caterham racing. And they're coming around Church again, I believe. Absolutely together. Kramer with Elwood climbing around all over the back of him, trying to get any sort of cutback that they can through Church. Now back up towards us. They're side by side. Looks like Elwood's got through. Now Winrow's going to try and go towards the inside. That's then going to become the outside for the chicane. Elwood is in the middle. Kramer's on the inside. Winrow's the one that's going to come out on top here. Beautiful stuff from him. And Elwood actually manages to be somehow on the attack and then down in 3rd again. Kramer staying 2nd. He's going to get a good run out the final corner. Don't think he's going to do anything towards Allard, although I'll eat my words because he's chucked it on the inside.
Yeah, he's not quite made it though. He got the car 3/4 of the way past and then didn't have the slingshot the other cars had, although look at them, they're 3 abreast as they go down there now and into the chicane from a distance. Well, it's the blue car now at the front, so is that Winrow?
Yeah, Winrow from Elwood, now Kramer. honestly, just this is what I was on about. You know, it changes around so much in catering racing. It's fantastic to watch because there is always change going on. We've got the 135s coming through here as well, the 60, the 68 and the 34 right together. That's Noaro, Evans and Barney, but in a different order this time around. Barney actually gaining 2 places on that previous lap, and we've got another car coming into the pits again.
That's the 93 car this time.
That's Appleton. Now, he was having issues earlier. He was dropping behind some of the 135s, wondering whether he's got power problems maybe.
I think it's had a little bit of contact on the front. They ripped the front mudguard off that was obviously tucking up and rubbing, and he's rejoined.
Oh, fair play. It's nice, easy engineering on that. Now, we've got the leaders again. Elwood is actually in the lead of the race this time, from Kramer, and then Winrow. How different is it going to be when they come out of here? Kramer tries it around the outside, gets forced to wait and be patient. Winrow's going to try and take advantage of them, but to be fair, Elwood and Kramer doing a fantastic job at the minute.
There goes Kramer again, pulls out of the slipstream of Elwood. Elwood's just got the advantage as they go into Allard, but Kramer stuck in the middle, and Winrow can do nothing about it at the moment. Down towards the complex they go this time, and I don't think we've had a change in order. I don't think it's changed.
Looked to me like Winrow was having a look down the inside of Kramer, but didn't do anything with it that time round. We've got McCall coming back through again, a massive lead in the 135s at the moment in the bright green number 50 car. We've got some of the 135s getting up to some right shenanigans into the club chicane. 5 of them all together. Noaro in there, Barney as well, the number 76 car as well of Clegg, who had a bit of a nightmare yesterday, plenty of contact in the final chicane. But it's Evans that goes to the front of that 5-car train now.
Yeah, so he's in second at the moment, and got about a 6-car advantage as they go through Allard.
Great to see. Another battle just coming past me now as well, the bronze number 57 car, ironically driven by White, despite the fact he's fighting against a white car right now, which is Curry just going past him. Then the 93, as he said before, they've ripped the mudguard off, but he carries on. Leaders with us again, then 3 wide towards the club chicane. Flying formation here. It's not quite the red arrows, but there's a red one in there somewhere. Kramer in the middle.
We're going to get a last lap board very shortly.
We are indeed. 30 seconds of the race left to go, and it's Elwood, Kramer and Winrow.
It's being presented now, so 1 to go for these guys as they go over the stripe.
Right, everybody, place your bets because it's anybody's guess. We've got the 3 and the 1-1-2 here as well. Witten and Earlham side by side across the line. No left rear mudguard on Earlham's car. I think he got hit by the 58 earlier, which is right behind.
Kramer's gone for it up the inside of the chicane. Didn't quite make that, so Elwood still leads them down towards Goodwood.
And McCall again coming back through. Last time the gap from McCall was 11 seconds back to Evans, so he is dominating the 135s this weekend. Here comes this 5-car train. Noaro at the front of it now, then Clegg, then Evans in the 34. What's the gap up to this time? Because it's huge, this gap from McCall. It's been so dominating, 13.7 seconds. All of this fighting between these guys has helped him. Now I'm looking out the window for the leaders, who are just coming into church now, and it's still Elwood ahead of Kramer, then Winrow. This is the very last Caterham action of the weekend. Only a couple of corners left to go. Elwood on the right-hand side, Kramer on the left. Winrow's going to try and use the slipstream to go all the way around the outside. Kramer's in front, and he's actually moved to the inside. He's got the ideal line there. Winrow tries to turn in. Elwood stays there. They're wheel to wheel. Winrow's gone over the curb. Elwood's gone over the other one. And it looks like Winrow's going to get the run to the line. Is he going to beat him? Is he going to have it?
Moment. Oh dear, oh dear. I would like to say from where I was.
31 thousandths of a second. Winrow takes it. I'm not sure if he'll keep it because he cut a hell of a lot of the curb. Yeah. But he got a masterful run out of there. The
Fantastic
whole 3
finish.
of them. That was amazing. All 3 of them separated by a quarter of a second. Then Earlham finishes 4th ahead of Witten, Warner, Wilkinson, White and Fielder.
They were very close as well as they went across the line.
Lovely stuff indeed, as we wait now for McCall to come through as well in the 135s. Here he is out of the final corner. Very, very dominant performance from the number 50 machine of James McCall. Hats off to him. Now, who's going to finish second? Again, anybody's guess. Looks like it's Noaro down the inside of Clegg. The 2 of them together. It's not Clegg, apologies. But whoever it is, he's overdone it. They're all waiting for one another. Barney gets held up. Evans dives to the inside, lights it up. He nearly ends up in the pit lane. And it's going to be Noaro beating Barney to the line. Flipping it, that was a lively one as well. Epic Caterham racing once again, John. That was awesome.
I'd say that was a good miss as well.
Yeah.
The view I had from here, it was sideways across the end of the pit.
Oh yeah, it looked like he had to decide whether he's going to go in the pits or not. Because
I'm going to wander down and see if we can get a quick word with the top three.
Smashing, thanks very much, John. Well, there you go, everybody. If you've not seen Caterham racing before, there's an introduction to what it's like every single week. It's just absolutely phenomenal stuff, very entertaining indeed. But Winrow takes it on the road from Kramer and Elwood, 31 thousandths of a second between the pair of them. Like I said, I'm not sure whether he'll keep that due to the run out of the final corner being gained from cutting the track essentially, but Elwood was very patient. You know, he jumped over the curb as well, so you never know what could happen there. But in the 135s, McCall was absolutely dominant, finishing 15th overall. He was actually ahead of one of the 150s as well, which was the number 15 of Raymond, and then Noaro second in the 135s ahead of Barney, Moore, Clegg and Gould. But there they are then. Winrow waving to either friends or family down here as well. And a great race from all. Very, very thoroughly entertaining. And the cars showed how sturdy they can be as well. You know, there were a number of them out there that received quite a lot of contact, lost body panels and all sorts, but still made it to the end and still at full working pace. So the action doesn't stop there, everybody. Let me tell you that for free, because next up we have the Mighty Minis Championship, which will be coming up for you in a few minutes, and I believe also in a few minutes we'll have John with a couple of our Caterham drivers down there in Parc Fermé.
Chaz, can you just confirm the top three for me in the 135?
I can indeed, mate, yes. Number 50, McCall, bright green car. 68 was Noaro in second place, that's a bright orange car. And then Barney, number 60, I believe, is a black and blue car.
That'll do for me, thank you very much.
Not a problem at all.
James McCall just drives by me underneath into the Parc Fermé area. I'm going to wander down the inside, see if I can get a word with the 150 drivers first.
I'm not sure how quickly they're going to release these minis, so we'll keep an eye on that as well.
Yeah, we've got a grid of minis down here in the assembly area. I think we've lost 4 cars from yesterday. They didn't get repaired. There's still 1 or 2 down there that have got a bit of tank tape and stuff like that on them, but we didn't get any of the big crash cars repaired by the looks of things. Well, I've got Jamie with me, just having a quick drink. Jamie, typical Caterham race, 3 of you at the front. It was anybody on the last lap, basically, and you came out on top.
Yeah, I mean, I'd kind of not given up on the win, but going into that last corner there, me and Jamie had a bit of contact, and then I just came out the other side and realised Harry got a bit of oversteer on the way out, which meant I had a really good run to the line. And yeah, I must have been a couple of thousandths in it, really was. Like, looking at our noses, it must have been 2 inches on the line. But yeah, brilliant race, us 3 managed to get away. And yeah, then it was kind of, out of us 3, it could have been, you know, any order. So
I think it was about 3 thousandths of a second, the official verdict.
Wow, I mean, yeah. I mean, we were, you know, inches apart the whole race, every corner. And, you know, coming into this final chicane, most of the times we were 3 abreast, and it was who can cling on round the outside. But yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Excellent, great race to wrap up your weekend here at Thruxton.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Thank you very much.
Well done. There's our winner. And where's our second place man disappeared to? He was here a minute ago. Ah, there he is. Harry. Oh, yeah. Well, what can we say about that one? That was an interesting race.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, wasn't it just? It was a really, really good race. Annoying to get pipped on the line, again, but I'm getting closer this time. I think I was about 3 inches in that one, so, you know, a couple more horsepower would have done the trick.
3 thousandths of a second, I'm told, so that's nothing in motor racing terms, is it? So, yeah, I think the win's not far away, is it?
Yeah, I don't needed to know it was 3,000. I don't know if that makes it better or worse, to be honest, but yeah, getting closer.
Excellent. And congratulations on the second place. That wraps up your day, so you've had a reasonable weekend here.
Yeah, 2 second places, I'll take that. Not bad at all. Good haul of points. Back off home now.
Indeed, and get the car ready for the next round, which is where?
We are going to Croft next in about 4 weeks, so let's do it all again.
Oh well, a long way down south this weekend to a long way up north. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Down in Park Fubby with Jamie Winrow, 3rd place yesterday, gets the win today.
Yeah, wow, that was hard work, but brilliant 20 minutes. Us three were just separated by 2 inches, the whole time. We managed to break away from the rest of the pack, and then it was anybody's. And, that last corner, last lap, got a little bit too close, but yeah, no, very happy with that.
And I mean, really, it was only a half race distance. But from the point where the restart, it was literally just the 3 of you in a race of your own.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we managed to get a little bit of a gap on the restart, and then I think Matthew Lambert had an issue, and then by that stage, we couldn't see them in our mirrors, and it was we knew it was going to come down to the final lap. But yeah, absolutely brilliant race.
And the Caterhams, famous for their slipstreams, is being at the front an advantage or a disadvantage coming into the final few laps?
I don't think you want to be at the front going on to the final lap, especially here. Coming down that back straight. We're virtually 3 abreast every lap coming into there. You just get such a good tow. Kind of even 3rd is kind of the place to be. I was 3rd going on to the back straight, and obviously managed to just creep it on the line. So yeah, the tow is huge here.
3rd place, 1st place, great weekend, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Jamie.
Cheers.
Harry Kramer in Park Fubby, describe the action in that one for us.
There's a lot to describe, isn't there? Yeah, that was absolutely furious. It was really, really good fun. Literally any of us could have won it. Turns out I didn't by apparently about that much.
Now, for the last couple of 10 laps, it was just literally the 3 of you in the race. I mean, you were between 1st and 3rd place. I think you were in the lead about 4 times, but finished 2nd, but 2 seconds in one race. Is that a good weekend?
Yeah, it's a pretty good weekend, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all here to enjoy ourselves, and it was good fun. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
You've had a smile on your face all weekend. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Here with Jamie Elwood. How much fun was that?
That was fantastic fun. It was nice to kind of break away a bit because it makes it a lot calmer, and you just know you need to be one of those 3, and then probably not leading onto the last lap, which I think I did. So that's probably why I'm back there and not up there.
Just had a chat with Harry. I asked, is there an advantage to being in the lead or not coming into the last couple of laps? And you say that you don't want to be in the lead.
Well, normally you don't, but I was behind Harry leading a couple of times, and I couldn't get by him in the slipstream, so I thought that's the tactic, I want to use that on the last lap, and he came by me, so I got something a little bit wrong.
And it was just sort of half distance race, just the last 10 laps, but it was literally just the 3 of you. How did you make so much distance between the rest of the 150s?
You tell me, you had this stream, I don't know, I think there was a little bit of an incident behind, it just let us break away.
1st place and 3rd place, it's a great weekend, isn't it?
I'll take those points, absolutely.
Congratulations.
Thank you.